membership of their networks to accommodate. But are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Okay. To open up their networks to accommodate the non-traditional CSOs, non-traditional NGOs in their states. Open up their networks to bring in other CSOs who are not their members, who are genuine, who are doing work within their communities and within the state into the network, so that we can then cascade. This is the reason why subnational network leads must start this self-regulation with themselves. As they go back, they must put in place policies, principles, governance principles within the network that shows transition, that shows tenured leadership, so that leadership can then go around. When people feel that, have hope, because part of the problems we have with networks and factionalization is unmet expectations. And we know that there are some who just come into networks, they want to be leaders.
Is it that we should carry out trainings and all, and even after implementation and trainings with other organizations, there are sometimes that some organizations come together to carry out the project. They can just come together and then the responsibilities will be shared, including financial dealings as well. So when they come together and then my organization and this organization were working together, and then I noticed some kind of foul plays in the other organization's team. Is there any mechanism that you've placed to record or report these unethical behaviors or misconduct within them?
For just this one, I want to make an example so that you help us clarify. In a situation where some of the, at subnational level, some of the modalities we have presented here, other CSOs who are probably not within this network find that they are applying some of these modalities in their respective platforms also, and wanted to probably join, or we are mobilizing for more people to join, so that we can have a centralized body. What would be their benefits at the end of the day, coming to join a platform where it is coordinated nationally?
That is the Vice Chairman of the Federal Network of NGOs. I'm happy to be here today because in 2021 I was among those that were in Kano, where we coordinated the building of the framework, and to see that this progress has been made is so wonderful. A lot of times in our country, good things like this start, but they don't get anywhere. And so I'm happy to be here. And then, when you started your presentation, when you mentioned the key objectives, you talked about the establishment of the framework, which has been done. And then the second point was capacity building and support. And it was likely to see that that is prominently put down there. I would like to ask, because you talked about a lot of times people are ignorant, but a lot of times people are not ignorant, but they lack the capacity and the support. And that is mentioned there. I would love to know how you want to take that forward. When we went back, when we in Kano, we were told that clusters will be created, follow-ups will be done, and all of that. But we didn't see so much of that.
Working with the CSOs that fill the form and become members, I want to ask, are there financial implications to filling the form or becoming members? Like maybe annual dues or something? And then are there particular criteria that
EGLAI is looking out for these CSOs, or is it open to all CSOs? And then, are there criteria for handling some CSOs that might consistently breach this self-regulation?
What of some of the organizations probably that are not actually carrying out this self-regulation activity regulations in their organizations, but would want to, outside just training, maybe have guidance and all that, so be able to come up to this standard? What would be the EGLAI's and listing contribution towards such organizations? Thank you.
You've already filed a report saying that so and so money has come in for so and so purpose. So if there is anything, school is already aware for so and so and so and so. So when two people are arrested, when you say that you will be arrested and the other person will be arrested, yes, your arrest might be for your own safety.
Yes.
For your own safety, not that school is going to keep you because you committed a crime. But when you did not in any way file the report, school will say that you connive with them. You understand? You connive with them to carry out whichever crime that is being committed. So please get the clarification.
Yeah, there's a tendency that sometimes you are not honest with ourselves. You are not honest with yourself. But we then need to be honest with ourselves. But then again, there's that tendency that we, like I mentioned earlier, we could be too generous with ourselves, or a bit too lenient with ourselves, or too harsh with ourselves. But the tool is for self-assessment. We are going to assess everyone every member of EGLAI, because to implement, you have to say you're a member of EGLAI. We have that oversight, and we are going to talk about that as we go. So we will evaluate your implementation. As I told you, in a few months from now, we are coming back to then evaluate your organization, whether you are implementing self-regulation as we have said. There are basic questions we will ask. It doesn't matter what you will answer, we will know the truth from whatever you answer. Because the questions will come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. It's not possible for you to manipulate the 10. Then you answer question 1.